It's your boy Shed G, and welcome to another edition of Shed 7. Is it 7 minutes with Shed G? 7? I don't know. I've been doing a lot. There's a whole bunch of answers.
He asking me.
Right. So I'm here, and this is one I've been waiting to get because I had met this young lady a while ago, a couple of months ago, like last year. Was it last year?
No, it was this year. Like, I want to say maybe like September.
Somewhere,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like September, but I feel like I know her a long time.
I know.
Because when we met, everything just matched. But anyway, we're going to get to that. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all make some noise right now for Yolonda Williams, everybody.
Thank you.
You clapping. Looking around the room, everybody's clapping. So,
love it.
how are you?
Hi, Shed. I am wonderful, brother. I am so well. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Right, and I appreciate you just coming on the show because some of you, as you know, this familiar face, she has her own television show.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you I love watching it and I love everything you do.
Oh.
Now we're going to get straight into it.
Okay, G.
Where did you come up with the concept?
Oh, wow. So actually, it was a collective effort. My GM, we have new GM at the station at CW33 here in Dallas. His name is Mark Hefner. And Mark came in from another market. He was brand new at the station, and we were producing a morning show at that time. And so the morning show was going away, so they wanted something that was going to be a little bit, fun and more lifestyle, that would incorporate local talent and local businesses and just people in DFW. And so they are the ones that came up with that idea. And so we were able to pitch different titles for the show. I was able to even be instrumental in picking the theme music for the show, because that was like really important to me.
Right.
Because I didn't want nobody watching the show with whack music, because I'm a musician first,
Right.
and my mother was a musician, and so I knew that was going to set the pace and the tone, and I wanted to be all inclusive and have diversity and just have everybody watch it. Like some folks say, from sun up to sundown, we want everybody covered. So that's where that came from. And so based on my personality, I like to have fun, and it's an afternoon show, so that's how that came about.
And knowing you and seeing how you transform all of your energy, your personality into your shows, how important is it or was it for you to make sure that you had that control over it?
Well, that's a good question. I try to be open to things that I may not have come up with. Because, we got a team of producers,
Right.
and they come up with concepts and things like that. And don't get me wrong, there were some things I was like, you want me to do well? I was like, okay, girl. But I tried it.
Right.
And, and that also taught me to trust. And then there's some things that I come up with, they may not necessarily understand, so we're meeting in the middle. And I'm telling you, some of the things that I thought was not going to work, it's just like how God has such a great sense of humor, I had to trust.
Right.
And when I got there, I was like, I probably ended up having more fun than anybody.
Right.
I've been making sushi, I've been roller skating. I went and took a yoga class with some, oh my God, I can't think of the names. Llamas, yes.
With the llamas, and they own you, and I still call them goats. I don't get it.
Okay, no. So they do have goat yoga. They do
Okay,
have
so that's
that.
what I thought it was.
And that was not the thing that I wanted to do. And I take that back. It wasn't the llamas. Who's the llamas' cousins? Oh God, I can't believe I went up on that. That's all right.
Even though I'm from Colorado, we don't deal with a lot of animals.
No, but the llamas, whoever the llamas' cousins are, we'll come back to that. I delete a few files and I'll remember. But llamas are not the ones they're like the big. They social distance. They ain't really digging you being up on, because they'll regurgitate up on you.
Oh, so to make a long story short, it was animals. It was a big animal that she's doing yoga with. Now, okay, but see, that's the best thing that I like to hear. And, because I'll be honest with you, a lot of the times when I see what you're doing is inspirational to even someone like me.
Yeah.
As you can see, who has an idea of like, I'm gonna go do it myself and do what I do to make sure the concept is there. But to the customers and the audience who's watching now, can you tell them what your show is about?
Okay, so it's called Fun on the Run. We go out into the Dallas-Fort Worth community and we highlight people who would not ordinarily get a chance to be on television. And we're focusing on people and lifestyle, their businesses. We're trying all kinds of food. People tease me because I don't drink, but I've had to go to a lot of bars and partake of some spirits. Yes.
We call that communion in my church. It's communion in my church.
Oh my God. Yeah. But I may take a little sip, just to say I tried it. But I mean, I'm not, I'm not a big advocate of the devil's nectar, if you will. But anyway, no, but we're highlighting some of the great things that Dallas Fort Worth has to offer. I mean, like, you know, and it's not just me on the show. We have other talented on-camera talent that's there, and they're going out making tamales, they're going skateboarding, they're going skydiving and jumping and all kinds of stuff like that. You know, look, I told them I ain't jumping out of too much because look, I'm over 50 and my Blue Cross and Blue Shield don't cover certain things. You know, I'm trying to make sure I get a check.
Because there's things we don't do when we older, praise God. And jumping out of a plane with, it's kind of not one of them.
That shit. Oh, it's alpacas. That's what it was. I took the yoga class with the alpacas.
Okay.
That was so funny. Honey, their booties was all up in my face and I was down in downward dog and I'm looking up at the alpaca. I was like, and my sister saw the footage. She said, I can't believe they got you to do that. I said, girl, yes, they did. But I must admit, those things are fun, you know.
Right, now, you make it look so easy.
Oh, wow.
So watching it you make it look so easy to where someone be like, I want to do that. But can you explain to people how much preparation and time and everything that it goes to doing what you do? Because the way you make it look, you make it look like, just give me the microphone. You ready? This is what we doing. But I know and you know the preparation and what it takes. But that's somebody that's out there who's maybe, you know, who I know is a fan of yours, doesn't understand how much it takes.
Well, you know, I always say, and I need to print a t-shirt that says this, if you're going to be going to the Olympics, you don't start preparing for the Olympics the day before the Olympics. You know, I've been in this business for 40 years. I started out in musical theater. I went to high school for performing and visual arts right in Dallas. My mother was a musician. I've always been a creative person. I studied ballet, acting, theater, you name it, Shakespeare. And I've been doing television and films all of my life. And so to come now to broadcast journalism and being on camera talent at a television station, I actually was recruited because of my voice. And I was doing voiceovers for different people. And the guy that was the news director at the time, he actually recruited me. He said, Yolonda, have you ever narrated news stories? And I'm like, no. And so I started out like that. And then when they finally met me and started spending time with me, then they started putting me on camera doing other things. And this is how this all came about. And so I always tell people, you know, stand in line long enough, child. It'll eventually be your turn.
Well, I really appreciate you doing this for me, just being here. 2 things and we're done. What's next for Miss Yolonda Williams?
Wow. So a lot of things that I have been working on that are in pre-production and now coming, and not just for my show. I filmed RoboCop back in 1987. There is a new documentary in the making of RoboCop that is coming out in the next, I want to say in the next year, maybe 6 months to a year. It's called RoboDoc, by the way. And that's coming out. And then I filmed a movie last Thanksgiving, and it's coming out this year, and I need to go to IMDb. It's called The Great Wall of Warren, and I play Pam, and I can't remember Pam's last name, but I know I played somebody's mom, you know. But I still have got my feet, you know, in the world of television and film, and that's my foundation. You know, that's how I got into business, and you know, and I love it. I mean, that'll never go away, you know. So, but I'm hoping, you know, one day to start producing more outside projects, because you know, that's in my blood. It's not going anywhere. Okay, now if someone wanted to follow you, how can they follow you and even check out the television show? Where can they go? So if you want to see Fun on the Run, it's on CW33.com, and you can follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, as well as that's the official website. And if you would like to follow me, I'm on Instagram, child, you know, they'd talk me into that. Yolonda Williams TV, and that's spelled YOLONDA Williams TV. And I think that's all my information you need, really. You can give us that's all you get. That's my girl. That's all you get, hell. That's it. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and doing that. And I always, so when you be surprised, I'll be cleaning up and I hear, hey, next song, I'll be like, hey, Yolonda, that's Yolonda, that's my friend. Oh, man. So I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for coming on. Everybody, make some noise right now. Miss Yolonda Williams. What was clapping for? I know. And cut.